Yo, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Nashe. On my left, it's Iconic. At the end, it's Eldridge. We back with another video. What are we on
Black
today?
men are over-sexualized.
Black men are over-sexualized.
True though. As
What's
a black
next?
man, I relate.
As a black man,
As a foreign black man,
As a foreign black
especially,
man,
as
you
a
know,
Zimbabwean,
I feel like it's just not nice to be out. in
I
the world
felt
right now.
objectified.
Objectified.
I felt
Full of shit.
no, for real.
Do you know what it's like to be?
Do you know
Do you
how
have a bunda? Do you have a bunda as a gent?
Bro, no. Ladies,
Okay.
I mean seriously. Look,
The levels are different, my G.
the levels that it's been a hard life for me, you
So
know.
we're straight here. at
I didn't
Jubilee.
choose this.
We're now at Jubilee.
What
guys.
was that?
Nigga, I'm trying to introduce the video. Now, guys,
You two just showed your asses in front of me.
and you're acting like you didn't like it. We're straight at Jubilee today for this. For this topic.
Black men that date white women, there's something different, and there's nothing wrong with that. But you know what it is. Like you oh, okay, Childish Gambino, I can see that. Jordan Peele, okay, I can see that.
I am expected to have a big dick.
Yeah, facts.
True. What is it? I agree. Yeah, it's true.
17,
I mean, I'm
38.
like Zimbabwean, especially Nigerian Zimbabwean.
Nigerians must have it the worst. Imagine being
Stop speaking
Nigerian
on your
dude.
South African nigga,
And then
bro.
South Africa.
Relax.
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 Only the vendors can speak in this conversation.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You two are both not vendor though.
Yeah, but like,
You would think we are, though.
I mean, we're on that side of the border, man. Instead, that dicks get bigger.
Nah,
As you cross.
but it's some weirdness that I'm telling. Especially when you're around white people, dog. They tell you some weird big dick
Ish,
shit.
man.
It's
Especially
weird.
white hands. White hands are the worst because they expect too much, dog.
Yeah. They basically
Right.
created.
Because some of us,
Yeah,
dog,
true.
Yeah.
some of our black brothers are not packing, man.
Speak for
Especially.
And I'm packing, eh? I'm not talking about me, my nigga.
That's
Shit.
right into the video.
3, 2, 1, go.
Nobody disagrees. Yo. Yeah, I feel like it's a stereotype. And we know that stereotypes aren't realistic, but I mean,
Because my G, like, my G.
This nigga's like, I mean.
My G, like,
My G's like,
stereotypes.
it's a stereotype, man.
But hey, they're not wrong, though.
Hey, I mean, he's got that smile. He's got that
Hey.
smile, bro.
They're not wrong, nigga.
Stereotypes are bad. However,
However, they're not
However,
wrong,
man.
nigga.
I'm just waiting for one
I'm
nigga to be
out
like, my 3-inch
I'm
pig.
out here with the black stallion,
Yeah,
nigga. You know,
My dingo type thing.
with the
Look at the smile,
megalodon.
dog.
with the megalodon.
When he wants his hand to suck it on during dinner, he just pulls up and he's like, what do you think dinner would drop this so good?
that one we're keeping. Like, that's what the general notion is.
I think it gets into the issue of positive and negative stereotypes and how people need to realize that there is no such thing, because what you do is you put people into a box where they're expected to live up to a standard. And I feel like it's over sexualizing black men. You know, you should want to date someone more for the pleasure physically that they can bring to you. And I know I've talked to people personally who will be like, oh, you're lucky you're black. You have a big member. And I'm like, well, I have other things to offer too. Like, I'm well spoken. I have a good sense of humor. I'm well traveled. Like, you go straight to like what.
I won't lie. The thing about that stereotype is that it's not a nice stereotype, but it's one that people always pull out whenever it's necessary.
Would you rather have I have a small dick than I have a dick? Pick your demon.
The Asians,
Pick your demon.
Honestly.
the Asians have it.
I
worse.
pick to be on the
What
right side of history.
the long side.
The long side, the big side.
The long side of it.
When your son comes up, Dad, can you tell us the story about Black history? I would, son, but it's a long
It's
story.
very long.
It's underneath my zipper.
Yeah, I mean, that's been my experience. A lot of times, especially, you know, meeting different people, that's the expectation. And I just tell them, 2-inch Punisher, you know? Don't expect too much. I'm just joking, but it's I think a lot of people watch a lot of porn too, and that's where it comes from. Like when you watch a lot of porn, you see, you know, these mandingos and, you know, 10-inch monsters, and they expect that to be reality, and a lot of times it's not. But that's the expectation that they have. So
Those niggas are taking Viagra. Those niggas are not. Those niggas are hoses, bro.
I don't know what it is, dog. Why is it in drawing out the black guy always has to be some kind of monster, dog?
Bro!
You know, he's never just an ordinary guy who wears a suit or something. He's just always.
He's always just that guy,
You know,
the buff guy, dog. The white guys have the
dreads and shit, dog.
Wow.
and a lot of times it's
So, our audience submit hot takes about this group specifically, and they are hot. So, black men cheat on their significant others far more than other races.
Black men don't cheat.
Black men don't cheat.
No, you don't.
We don't cheat. Never cheated, dog.
No.
Have you ever seen a black man cheat in your life?
Nope.
No.
Never seen it.
We,
Like,
we
this doesn't
clean, bro.
happen.
No.
Statistics, nah.
We married.
You cheated?
No.
We married.
Yeah.
Once
We
a
take
black
care
man
about it.
is with a woman, it's automatically like he's married, bro. Like
Yeah.
the
Black men
statistics
don't
are
cheat.
0%. I've never seen it.
Nah, me too.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
world are you
That's-
living?
That's the end.
I'm just like, where is this study published? Did someone do some research where
I
they
don't-
calculated numbers over a given period of time? I
The
just
reason
don't-
why it was going to be neutral is because I don't know the numbers. Like, I don't
That's
know.
what I'm
I don't
saying.
know
That's
if
why I'm
that's
like,
true
I
or not.
don't.
Yeah.
I disagree.
Yeah. So I came this way because of the keyword far more. I was like, do black men cheat? In generally, like you're not apt to not cheat because of the color of your skin.
To prescribe this to race feels nefarious in a way that I feel like it was coming from a place of somebody that got cheated on by a black man. Like, it was like, yeah, black men cheat all the time. Come on, this doesn't even make sense.
Black men are attracted to big butts.
Do we agree with this?
All
True!
Men, all men are attracted to big butts.
True.
Thank you.
But dog, as a black
True.
man, dog. As a black man, dog.
I mean, I don't know
Bunda
if you
is
can really
everything,
speak about
guys.
big booties, man.
But guys, uncomfortable topic. I like titties more.
Shut up.
We can't talk with children, though. This is a men's podcast.
That statement, or do I personally?
I mean, there's nothing biologically innate to like black men to like ass.
I think it ties into hip hop and the whole strip club scene.
Guys, I was joking. I love personality.
Right now, we are so far gone from like the natural aesthetics of just a natural person that right now it's all about who has the baddest ass. Who ass is 25 pounds with 2-pound legs. You know what I mean? Like that's hot for some reason. And I personally don't get it. I mean, it looks unnatural to me, like, you know, but I mean, a nice ass is just a nice ass though.
Bro, black people are funny, and if you ever try and roast one of them, they will roast your ass so hard that you'll have no roast to rebuttal.
Yeah,
If you try
facts,
to insult
man.
black people, just know that once we find your biggest insecurity is child.
You will laugh at it.
That's why
And
there's
we'll
no.
say it over and over.
That's why
and
there's
over
no
and
body
over again.
dysmorphia with black people. Hey, it's a weakness. They'll attack you on that body dysmorphia thing that you have, and then it's done.
Facts.
I don't know how to digest that.
I get what he's saying. I think black people as a collective are funny.
If you go to black Twitter, if you go to black Instagram, black Facebook, like you're going to laugh.
So I think that in that aspect, that's why like that statement has so much truth in it, because you just it's like.
So I guess it's like the question is like, black people as a whole, are they funny? Or is like any black person gonna knock your ass off because he's super funny? Like, I think that's just the difference.
Yeah.
Black people as a whole, like, yeah, they got jokes, you know, it goes back and forth, cool.
That's why I said as a
But
collective.
don't think that any black person you go to expect like a really good joke, you know?
The N-word should stop being used by all races. 3, 2,
I agree. I agree.
I
All
mean,
races.
Yeah, dude.
Dog, after apartheid, slavery, segregation,
Honestly, like, is
we
the
earned it.
N-word-
dog.
Is the N-word really as significant here?
But when the
as
thing
it
is, when
in
other
America?
races
Thing
use
is,
it,
it's like it has, what is it? Can I say intention? You know what I mean? It's not really.
So
for me-
if a
So since
poor
it's not-
bus hits you with the
yeah, I get
N-word,
mad because it's
you'll
like
be
the
mad.
intention. Thing is, it's like I have white friends, né? Or I have like
So why can't
different
they call
color
you
friends. Some of them say it, but I don't mind because
Oh.
for me, I'm close to them, so I understand the intention is not to be hurtful.
Oh.
But for a white person who I don't know what your intention is. It's kind of like the K word. For me, I don't give a fuck if anyone says it. But it always depends on the intention. So if I know you, I know you're not trying to be malicious. But if I don't know you, I'm kind of like, do you have respect for where that word comes from when you use it and stuff like that?
he clearly does.
Some people just don't.
I think all races should stop.
So you think,
Yeah.
where would hip hop be without the N word?
True.
You don't listen to rap music. That's why.
The thing is, ultimately, I don't care.
Where would rap music be? Do you know how many great white rappers would have if they were allowed to say nigga in their songs?
It puts us on top, bro.
2, 1, go.
That's hard. I just think the N-word, when you look at the root of the word, even slaves would use it to describe other Black people when accepting their supposed oppression. So I just think, when I think about that, I don't think you can do anything to erase the history and the blood that's been shed on that word. There are so many people who the last thing they heard was the N-word as they were being murdered. So when I think about that, yes, I think the word should stop being used.
Personally, me, I feel like it kind of starts with us. The fact that we make it so cool within music and within like entertainment that it lets other people feel like they have a pass, or that it's okay because my favorite rapper said it, or I heard it here, or you guys say it all the time. How come I can't say it? But at the end of the day, it's black culture pain. And if anyone's going to be using it, it should only be us. And that's it.
You can't really own a word. I think, we can own it in the sense where it's a Black cultural thing, but the idea where we kind of make it out to where we say like, oh, other people can't say it, I think that's more of like a insecurity within the Black culture of not being able to hold power, because historically, it's like, right, historically, Black people didn't have as much power, so we're trying to hold on to literally a word that only has meaning because we add meaning to it.
I mean, respectfully, I ain't trying to hear that, right? Like, I feel like the only reason it's policed so much, and I feel like the only reason we even have like this debate or this debacle over whether we can use it or not is because we're Black people. And I'm not one of those people that think everything is racist and all that, but in this specific instance, right, in several instances, women in many instances have reclaimed the word bitch to be a term of endearment. There are, in the 90s, there was heavier women reclaimed the word fat, obviously respelling it and things like that. But I feel like in those instances, nobody bats an eye. Why is that understood? But with this, it's so confusing. Like, oh, I don't know if like, when there are boundaries set. And that word is one of the boundaries that I think we have respectfully and rightfully set up for ourselves.
Homophobia is a big issue in the Black community. 3.
This is a sensitive one, eh?
In Africa, I would say,
Fruity Loops is gonna have something to say about that.
In Africa, I would say yes, but what it mostly comes down to is a lack of, can I say, understanding. Like in terms of like, let's say places like Africa, they're very like strong culturally, and they don't have a lot of mixture in like those like places. You know what I mean? That's why you see like in Johannesburg and in like, let's say, a village in Swaka or something like that, there's a difference. Is because people who've been exposed to a lot of gay people from different cultures, stuff like that, when you start to understand them, you become less homophobic because you're like, oh, gay people are not what I used to hear about. Like they're just normal gents. Because I remember like when I moved to South Africa, I remember the first gay guy that I met, I used to ask him like the most offside questions, like the dumbest things ever.
Because he used to be a pastor.
Like it's because I never used to understand it. You know what I mean? So I used to wonder like, why would anyone be gay when coochie is so good? So I used to ask him things like, did you want to be born a girl? Or did you want to be like, you know, and now looking back, it's so creepy, but like, it's just from a lack of understanding. Once you understand them, then, yeah. But other than that, is there blatant homophobia? Yeah.
2, 1, go.
A lot of us Black men, we will rather be friends with the homie that, probably has a rape attached to his name than the homie that's part of the LGBTQ plus community. And I think that that's something that, we got to work on as people, because my thing is, I don't understand the whole big phobia of, okay, what he decides to do in his free time or behind closed doors, why does that bother you so much? Why does that affect you? Like, why do you feel like it's such like the scum of the earth?
And I also think it comes from religion, because I don't want to get too controversial with that, but people are very religious, especially in the Black community, Christians. And when you talk about the Bible, they say, homosexuality is a sin. So a lot of people have that ingrained in their mind. This is absolutely not right.
Do you think a lot of people are striving away from the Bible? Not more than
I would say people really misunderstand when people use the Bible for homophobia. I don't understand it because it's like, I don't support you because you're gay. It's a sin. I'm like, drinking alcohol and getting blackout is a sin, and and sleeping with multiple people when you're not married is a sin. But we don't like attack those people. We don't burn people we don't burn hoes and stuff like that. You know what I mean? We don't. So for me, I can never say religion is why people hate gay people. Yeah. Homophobia is homophobia. Like, you don't need the Bible to make you homophobic. In your heart, if you're homophobic, you will look for the nearest excuse. No, the Bible says no, so clearly to me it's bad. But you sleep with 6 women and you're not even married. Well, no, it's different. My sin is different. All sin is the same. You know what I mean? Yeah. All sin is like exactly the same if you're looking like in a religious context. So anyone who says, I'm homophobic because of the Bible, no, you're just homophobic and you're using the Bible as your front to attack poor people. Shame on you.
And for a lot of people too, when they see a man, they want to see a manly man, and they associate that with being straight.
Heterosexual men have a fear that homosexual men will treat them how they treat women, if that makes sense.
Yo, bro, he just fucking said, bro. It's just hitting me now.
Did you see my face?
It makes you notice that there is a problem with the way we as gents treat women, because when you think about how being treated the same way you treat a man by a gay guy, it's like all of a sudden, oh shit, I wouldn't want that.
Damn.
You know what I mean? Like, imagine.
Gay guy just pulls up.
And so they're afraid of that treatment. And I'm on somewhat agree because I'm rather torn. I think I've lived a life where I'm around very open-minded, inclusive people. So I'm not sure how big of an issue it is in the community, but I know that in the Black church sphere, homosexuality is often made out to be the worst thing that you can be. There's almost nothing worse than being gay. And I think that's also where some of the homophobia comes from. We like to ignore all the other sins, all the other things that the Bible outlines that are not, holy. And then we just take homosexuality and we make it the worst. Granted, the Bible says it's an abomination, I get that, but the Bible says any sin will send you to hell, so.
And that is officially a wrap.
Yeah. Welcome to the end of the video. The video just ended now. The space got full while we were filming. I didn't notice. We just continued going. So we didn't really get to film an outro because there was no, space in the camera and stuff like that. So just kind of gonna end it here now. Thank you for watching this long video. Subscribe, leave a like, follow us on our Instagrams, and yeah, go home. Thanks.